Good afternoon, everyone. It's December 8th, 2019. I'm Eric. I just got through watching a video on High Impact Flicks channel, Brian there, and I know he already did this subject matter, but I think probably it should have a lot more attention than just one video. So in this video, we're going to go through what amounts to torture in one of America's county jails. And I've told you, my audience, whoever happened to see those videos numerous times, that I've been tortured myself by Genesee County deputies there in Flint, Michigan, for a night. This girl's been taking it for 9 months. When I left the county jail, I had a football-sized bruise coming from my about up here all the way down to about there, and it covered pretty much my whole face, and had gouge marks from where they were taking their gloves, and you know those little plastic sections in their gloves they like to use to gouge you. Well, I had a bunch of gouge marks from that. And this is something that occurs regularly in these county jails across America. Now, some of the die-hard law and order types would say that this individual deserved what she got. Okay? But here's the deal. This individual, this woman, young woman, 20 years old, she's been diagnosed with a number of mental illnesses, and putting her in the county jail where deputies will torture her, and this video undoubtedly shows this. And not only that, you can see the smirks on some of these people's faces as if they are enjoying themselves. So let's get into it, and I'll pause it and we'll talk about it. Okay? And by the way, this is the key reason why I hate the government. This is the key reason why I hate the police. And you could say you're not supposed to hate, but man, that's exactly what we get from them. We get hatred, we get ripped off, we get stolen, our lives stolen by these people. All right, check it out.
She's reached out to MCSO and Sheriff Penzone several times with no luck. She claims what her daughter is accused of stems from a serious mental health episode, and the system isn't helping. Valentina Gloria just turned 20, spending her birthday in the Lower Buckeye Jail. Her mother is praying that won't happen again, but she's still waiting for her daughter to be released. She says Valentina is struggling with several mental illnesses.
Autism, bipolar schizophrenia, borderline functioning, PTSD, and sexual abuse survivors.
Valentina is accused of spitting on a Maricopa County officer while being strapped to a table.
She is strapped like a star, and her arms are tied, and so are her legs.
Gloria says this.
And by the way, I know it's a nasty thing to do to somebody, spit on them. Allow me to point out that this was the girl's only method of being able to give any kind of fight back. When you see the way she is being tied down to this table, you'll understand.
December of 2018, Valentina came home, but 2 months later, police arrested Valentina for attacking a nurse during a mental health crisis. She returned to Maricopa County Jail but would not be released, held on the felony of spitting on an officer. Valentina is now approaching 9 months in Lower Buckeye Jail, an all-male facility.
Now she's on suicide watch again. and all due to being mismedicated, mistreated.
Gloria told her daughter's story here at Puente Human Rights Movement headquarters, where nearly a dozen formerly detained people spoke out against ICE detention centers and state-run prisons. Gloria just wants to hug her daughter again and get her help.
I'm out here because that's not okay for anybody, not for my child, not for anybody to be treated like that. And I don't understand how the system allows that to happen, but yet it continues to happen every day because she still remains there.
Now, if you don't think concentrations, these places aren't borderline concentration camps, when you see what is being done to this woman, I really sincerely hope that you change your mind, because that's exactly what these places are. They're borderline concentration camps. Now, understand that some people deserve to be put away in the deepest, darkest hole you can imagine. Such as serial killers, rapists, these predatory type people. But a woman, a defenseless woman, that's a whole different story. I'm going to forward this video a little bit here. Here we go.
18 for inmate Valentina and Gloria T 516-182. New therapy restraints time 2 hours for patient safety at 12:50 hours per Marcella Baker. PA 1863 Henry. Current time is 12:55 hours. Sergeant Waters, Adam A 338 on the camera. Staff present.
Smith, Bravo 1693.
Hoffman, Adam 8382.
Romano, Bravo 6458.
Vasquez, Adam 3773.
Garcia, Roseville 317.
Sergeant Waters, Adam A 338.
So you want to get up, right?
And just like Brian said in his video, you have to wonder how long they've had this young lady strapped to the bed this way. And can you imagine the cowardice it takes to do this to a small woman? I mean, how many of them are there? It really does take cowardice to prey on helpless people, such as you're about to see.
You need to use the bathroom? Yeah. Number 1 or number 2? Okay.
Yeah, this is America. So any of you who are delusioned into believing you have any kind of human rights in America or constitutional rights in America, you better reconsider that position, because you simply do not. You are owned by them. Gonna watch a little bit more of this, then we're gonna compare this treatment to the treatment officials get whenever they happen to be caught doing heinous shit.
We'll start with that one. Start start with the left leg. Take her out. Yep. You want to double lock that?
And notice how red this guy is, by the way. I mean, he's really applying the pressure. He's really, really into what he's doing. I don't understand how any of you out there can admire pigs like this. These people are not good people. They're sociopaths. They're disgusting. They are the worst America has to offer.
No, you're tightening the chain. Because she bent her knee. Stop pulling. Yeah, tighter.
And for all you cowardly cops out there, it's real easy to walk around bowled out like this and barking orders at people and treating them like shit, just like on this video, when there's no consequences, not from the people that you do it to, and not from your superiors. It's easy to be brave when you have the state lurking behind your every move, approving you, patting you on the head like you're a dog. Now, I think I've shown enough of this video. I'm going to go ahead and switch gears here and show you the difference between us and them. Okay, so the behavior that you just saw in the video of that woman being tortured in the county jail, it's not an isolated incident. These things happen daily in this country. Inmates, even the most nonviolent, for the most minor shit, are practically starved to death. They are brutalized for the most minute shit. And by the way, if you ever go to county jail, the best thing you could do is stay in your cell and not interact with the deputies, not be out on the floor, because at any moment some fucking idiot might blow their top, and the next thing you know, you're lying in an ICU somewhere and half dead. Just saying. You think that's an exaggeration. I've witnessed it firsthand. But a woman has been awarded $20,000 after she was arrested for not holding escalator handrails. You see how they apply the most minute laws to the people, the cops do. But when it comes to them, well, they get away with torture, just like the motherfuckers over there at Gitmo. Cop who received award for keeping children safe, arrested for molesting children. Yeah. But, you know, his sentence will be minute, and I guarantee you that he is not being tortured in some hellhole county jail. Another one, well, I'm going to have to go back one here. While killing fleeing suspect near music school, cops shoot innocent child. Yep, isn't that nice of them? They just love to shoot your children and your dogs. You know, the most vulnerable of us are children and old people. You know, they just love to do this. They love to brutalize the elderly. They love to brutalize the children. They love to brutalize women. They love to brutalize anybody who cannot defend themselves. And, by the way, if you had the fucking balls to defend yourselves against these pigs, then, you'd be plastered on every news outlet as a terrorist. School cop arrested for allegedly raping child he was tasked with protecting. That's a 2-in-1 page. Oh, daughter of police chief in Starbucks pig outrage says what? Her dad is an absolute pig. I couldn't agree more. Let's go on to the next ones. U.S. citizens, this is somewhere else. We're talking about our own cops. We're talking about tyranny in our own backyard. This could have just as easily happened to this guy in our country as it did in the country it happened in. Taxpayers to be held liable after cops shoot and kill 6-year-old boy in his own home. Not the cop, not the officers involved, but you, the taxpayer. You get to foot the bill for these murdering pigs. Look at that shit. Cop arrested for pulling over young women for speeding, then raping them. It's a surprise that they even got arrested, but, we'll see what the outcome of these arrests are. I would venture to say that the consequences for these pigs' actions will be minimal. And here's an individual tied to our beloved president leader, Donald Trump. Former presidential advisor indicted for holding 14-year-old boy captive as his sex slave. But I thought that was only Democrats that associated themselves with such people. High-ranking officer arrested on over 600 counts of child sexual abuse. And I can hear what his attorney will say now. This officer has been decorated for his bravery and his service to his community. Certainly we can minimize the consequences for him. After all, he has served our community for how long? Something like that, right? What else? School cop gets 10 years in prison for violently raping 12-year-old girl and filming it. Don't you think maybe that probably deserves more than 10 years? Right now in South Carolina, a person who gets 10 years in prison serves like 3. And a lot of them are in there for just drugs, nothing this heinous. But this motherfucker gets 10 years because he's a cop. Yeah. Isolated incident, ? 4 cops in one department arrested, damn it, in 6 months for beating women, even pregnant ones. Wow. Oh, but that woman's in there for spatting and acting disorderly in a mental institution. That's why she was in county jail. Again, she has multiple mental illness diagnosis. Innocent people killed as cops use civilians as literal human shields in shootout. It goes from one cowardly act to another. Watch cop gives no warning before shooting 15-year-old boy in the back, killing him in the back. I mean, these guys aren't even brave enough to face whom they're murdering. Cop responds to unarmed mentally ill man's crisis by shooting his innocent mother. He didn't even shoot the innocent mentally ill man. He shot the guy's fucking mother. Yeah. And this is your government for you. Government refusing Louisiana baby medicine that could cure his deadly disease. That's your government. Cop smashes handcuffed woman into concrete, shattering her teeth over parking ticket. He wasn't even pursuing a violent criminal. He was pursuing somebody over a fucking parking ticket and knocked the woman's teeth out. But you know, you're heroes, right? Can't happen in America, but guess what? Guess what? It is happening in America. It has been happening in America, and it's only gotten worse, and it will continue to get worse because of you. LAPD cop busted on his own body cam fondling a dead woman's tits. See, they can't even, they can't keep their hands off of live women, and apparently they can't keep their hands off the dead ones either. Isn't that just nice? Isn't that great? But you know, guys like me, we're the problem, right? We're the criminals. We're the ones committing all these heinous acts. Just saying. Just saying. And back to this. Now, I've said it once, I'll say it again. I said it multiple times, actually. If these people act like this now, and just think of what they're going to do to you when they've got your guns. That's why I say to you, kill the state, we'll live free.